support hotline. Press 1 to speak with the next available agent. Please press 1 to speak to online technician. Please press 1 to speak to online technician.
Thank you for calling support team. How may I help you?
Yes, I got this pop-up on my desktop computer saying my
What was you
computer has
doing?
been- Huh?
What was you doing before you got that message?
I was going to Facebook. It says something about my computer's been blocked.
You're trying to recover the password?
No, because yeah, that, but it's in my Google Chrome. It's not asking for no password.
Okay. And on which operating system are you in?
I
Like a
believe
Windows
it's-
7, Windows 8, or Windows 10?
I believe it's Windows 10.
Windows 10, okay. First of all, let me help you to connect to the secure server line, okay? And once you
Okay.
can get connected to the secure server line, let me do the remaining part.
Okay.
As I can't see your computer, so I'll be guiding you a few steps. So you will be the primary controller. So press the window key and the letter R on the keyboard.
Okay. I did. And a run box appeared.
Then you got a run box.
Yeah.
Alright, in that run box, I want you to enter it there, www.9211.online.
You're going to have to spell that to me because you went way too fast. Got it.
9211.online.
Okay.
And after that, you push OK button, or you can just hit enter.
You said www.9311.online.
Number 2, 9211.online.
Okay, it's 92, not 93. Okay. Okay. Now click OK.
Yeah.
It brought up the edge. Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna bring up a new page and where you can see connect to a technician. And once you are on that page, there are gonna be a few options where you need to select it.
Okay.
So let me know once you got the page.
I got
Do you
the
see
page.
that is the page came up?
Yeah, the page
All right.
came up.
And do you see below to show my PC? Below to show my PC, go to assist.
Go to assist. Yeah, I see that.
Just below to push on that. Click on that.
Okay. I did. It's asking for your name
And
and the support key.
correct. Under your name, put in your name. I'll be giving you the support key number where to connect
Okay.
to the secure server line.
Okay. Okay. I'm ready.
Ready for the support key?
Yep.
105
105
600
600
820.
820. Okay.
Then click on continue.
Okay. I did.
And that may download a few programs. And if you see a download have been completed, and then if you are option to hit on run, save, or cancel, and if you see such kind of option, click on run.
Okay. I click on run. Now it's scanning.
Mhm. And sooner or later on, you may receive an account. You want the following program make changes to your computer. So if that message came up, so click on yes.
Okay. Hey, you're breaking up just a little bit there.
Mhm. And for the confirmations to join the support session, I'm sending you an invitation to join the support session message. So join the session by,
Okay, I did.
and you are now connected to us, to our secure server line. And just give me a second. What is the message? And
Okay.
you know what was you doing before you got this alert?
I was going to Facebook.
Just give few minutes of time. Let me cross check each and every of the meter first of all.
Okay.
On the meantime, how old is the computer? Is it this is the first time you got,
How old is the computer? It's about a year old.
and if this is the first time you got the message?
Yes. Yes.
Do you touch the computer? Leave the
No,
computer for a minute of time.
okay.
What all activities do you do on the computer, sir?
I play games. I go to Facebook. I shop. I watch movies online. Things like that.
The reason why I ask you is that this is some kind of a network infection which are running onto the computer. And when I cross-check file, and I can see that some are. Do you happen to download or install any program? Yeah, I can found some of the spyware links which are present onto your computer, which might be downloaded by you or which might be injected by on your IP address. So beside this computer, how many devices are connected to the same internet connection?
Just a smartphone and a smart TV. That is it.
And do you know, are you familiar about this run.dll.exe file, which I just highlighted,
No, I'm not.
especially which I just highlighted in blue in color?
No.
This run.dll.exe, it is in a file, a program file. If it is present on the computer, this is a kind of a spyware which are injected on, which are present on the computer. And when I also cross-checked the network, and the network have been split, and it's splitted on, and it doesn't go through directly. It's split on a different connection.
Oh, okay. Is that part of like a backdoor to allow hackers to get into my computer? Is what you're trying to get at?
Yeah, this is something as the situation how to get aware of all this kind of thing is that this is a network infection,
Okay.
and how to get aware from all these kind of things is that I recommend you to get on a security programs which can encrypt your IP address. As this situation, it happens when there is a transparent over on the server side.
Oh,
And if it is transparent, if your IP address is transparent over on the server side, people can clearly see your IP address. And if it is visible by some other person or to the entire network, and they can misuse your IP address over on the server. And once it is misused, and once it is detected by the machine, and this kind of situations are very common.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I can also see that most few programs are infected with all these kind of spyware and malware links which are present on the machine. All these
Whoa.
errors and warning, what it means is that errors are the program file which got crushed down on the machine and which are needed to be replaced. And the warnings is about programs which got infected and
Oh,
which can
okay.
sooner or later on crash down on the machine.
Oh, okay.
No, 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 miss. No. We are not authorized to take your information here, okay? We are not authorized to take your information. We are not authorized to take your name as well, okay? So there will be a use you can go ahead and do it by yourself, okay? Online. Means you're the Windows. The computer says run the Microsoft Store app. We talk about Store, see? Run the
How to
Microsoft.
get aware of all this kind of a situation is that as of now, this is in a Microsoft computer. Of course, I can fix it up all these types of problems, which are the programs which are crushed down, and I
Yeah.
can replace all these tools. And to prevent from all this kind of a threat, once your IP address are visible, and I want you in a security program to get installed onto your machine so that your IP address gonna encrypt it by that program. And once it
Okay.
is encrypted, and then your IP address it won't be visible to another person, so that on that way it can get you secure.
Okay.
Just give me a second. Are you the primary user of this computer?
Yeah. I'm the only one that uses it.
Okay. Tablet mode so UPT disable data.
Same way this one, as I think, are very different, okay? If you go for 1 year, so different kind of security, you can spend lots of money, but we are talking about all the protection. One software will protect you from all the problems, okay? All the devices are completely automatic protection. We're not talking about 1 year, we're talking about 5 years. Like activities that you make.
By the way, how old is this computer, sir? Since when did you get it, this machine?
Well, I'm assuming it's a year old because I bought it on eBay.
Okay.
The name you just saw was the person that owned it before. I don't know too much about computers, so I don't know how to change it. All that stuff. So
You get it for life, I think. This is the price of life. And if it's about 7 years, it's for 7 years.
may I ask what you're doing?
But if you go,
I'm cross-checking it up each and every of the setting first of all. What could be the
Well,
main
I don't
where
know why
could be
you
the
have
source
to.
point, and I'm checking it up.
Yeah, I don't know why you have to look into my
Hmm.
account information for it.
Hmm. Not your account information, and this is for the backdoor. Is if it is for the IP address, I'm cross trying to check up your IP address and trying to make an changes to your IP address.
Okay.
Yes, this is an fixable. However, this time of an fixation, it's gonna take at least 60 to 90 minutes of time.
Okay.
Uh, and after fixing it up, all this type of a problem, as
Mhm.
a technician, according to my research, I recommend you to get install a security programs which can encrypt your IP address because this is a kind of an IP infection.
Oh,
And if
okay.
the IP is transparent to the server side, all the types of an information which you have entered on the computer, it's gonna be visible. And due to this kind of an spyware links which are present onto your computer, so all these things are needed to be removed, and I need to assign a network specialist team as
Okay.
well to work onto your computer,
Okay.
and we need to recover it up all the system drivers which are infected and which are crush it down.
Okay.
And to do all these things, there gonna be a one-time fixation charge will be there to fix it up all this kind of a trend.
Okay.
As I'm gonna use some certain paid tools to recover it up all the system drivers which are infected.
Okay. Can you tell me what all those software you're going to be using?
What, sir?
Okay.
Come again?
Oh, I was going to ask you if you could tell me what software you're going to be using. But you brought up Notepad. Maybe you're going to tell me now.
That's gonna be advised by the network specialist team, not
Oh,
by
okay.
me.
Okay.
And as I'm just only a technician who will be recovering it up all the system drivers. All these are infection, all this kind of an infection. I'll be recovering it up.
Okay.
And apart from the network IP address and all, it's gonna be letting you know by the network specialist teams and all. And
Oh, okay.
according to the network specialist diagonization, and then you can ask about and you can make a query about what could be the best programs which gonna suit with the computers, and according to their suggestion, and then according to the compatibility of your computer, and then they gonna adjust it what kind of a software or the security which gonna be installed onto your machine.
Okay.
And you said how many devices are connected onto this network?
3, desktop computer and a smartphone and a TV.
Smart TV.
Yep.
Okay. And let me not waste the time. And for the fixation, as I'm gonna use a certain paid tools to recover it up all these kind of system drivers which are infected by the spyware, and they're gonna be on a one-time charge. Okay.
Okay.
And that for the one-time fixation charge, it will cost you one 199. It's at $200. So
Okay.
is that gonna be okay for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once you tell me everything. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And for that, I'll be requiring a few information. So could you please type it down, all this information?
Mhm. Okay. Okay.
If this is your full name,
Yep.
and what could be your best phone number to reach you back once everything is done?
Well, I will, but I ain't gonna give that to you unless you tell me every. You gotta put everything in the notepad what you're gonna be using. Because I don't know what you're using. What kind of software you're gonna be using before I do that.
I'll be using it as some certain paid tools, which is from the Microsoft drivers, and it is from the Microsoft drivers, as you are using in the Microsoft Windows 10 Home product, and that's gonna be the same product which I'm gonna install it onto your, and which I'll be installing reactivated onto the computer and recovering it up all these system errors and a warning message and all.
Right. But usually when I call someone
And
to fix my,
regarding
usually when I call
Mhm.
someone to fix my computer, they usually put the list of stuff that they're gonna do to my computer. And you're not putting that list. I mean, you're not letting me know what you're going to be using. I mean, I know it's paid products you're going to be using, but I don't know what kind of software. I don't know any of that.
the software to encrypt your IP address, the network specialist team, they gonna let you know you. And for the one-time fixation charge, it's gonna be at $200. And this is what I will be doing at this present of time. And after that, after fixing your computer, and then if you do like to get know about all the softwares and all, and I can also transfer your call to the network specialist team, and you can activate the software right away as well. Or else you can also purchase it from the store as well
I
too.
want to pay for it, but I ain't going to pay for it until I know the software. That's the only issue I got. I'll pay for it as long as you tell me the software. Once you tell me the software, then I'll give you my card or whatever you guys take. Because I got the money. It's not the issue. And I need it fixed.
The software, as I told you, at this presently, what all I will be doing is that I will be recovering it up all the system drivers which are infected,
I know that.
and all these drivers which got errors and all these, and this is in a Windows 10. So I will be reactivating all these types of in a Windows 10 drivers and all.
Well, wouldn't Windows Update do that? Fix all those issues?
Windows 10. Windows 10.
Yeah. Windows Update should be able to fix that. Or at least a lot of that. Windows 10 can fix a lot of them issues. And you say I got a problem
I beg your
with
pardon.
hackers on my computer. There's no hackers on my computer. This is a clean virtual machine. I don't see how there's hackers on my machine. And the errors over there, that's common. Every computer's got those. Okay, in the event viewing. The pop-up is a scam, and I know it.
See, all these are the errors what once it accumulated on the machine, and then it used to be usually crashed down, or which are needed to be updated over on the server side. And if all these types of errors are present on the machine, and then it disturbs the communication to the server side. And once it is when the communication are disturbed by all these kind of errors,
Hmm.
and then it can slowly crush down the system drivers day by day, and to
No, that's
prevent
not
further
right.
damage of the software drivers and all.
That's
All
not
these are
right.
the things which I will be
Hey,
doing.
that's not right. Because the simple fact, all computers have errors. That's not right. In VidViewer, you're always going to have errors. It doesn't mean it's going to affect your computer in any way, shape, or form. Okay? Yeah, some of them may. But if we never opened this up, we would never know that we had these errors, and we'd be on the internet like nothing's happened. So these errors ain't nothing. I got a clean virtual machine. These errors right here are nothing. The pop-up I got was a scam, and I don't
If you think on that
understand.
way, and I can also transfer.
I
I can
don't.
also transfer your call to the network specialist team, and then they can let you know about how these things it happen, and why once these things are present on the machine, how it affect the machine, and how it affect the computer, and how it can disturb the communication to the server side with your IP address. They can also clearly let you know about all these things. As I'm just only a simple technician who just know about what are the things needed to be done, and all this is what my level, and I can also assign a level 7 technician about all these things, how it happens. They,
Do
they, they can properly guide you in a proper manner.
Yeah, right. But do you understand that this is a scam?
I beg your pardon, sir?
Do you understand that you're ripping off people, or the company's ripping off people that you work for? You're taking people's money and they're lying to them. Do you understand that? Because if you don't understand that, you need to look it up. These pop-ups that we're getting are a scam. They lead you into calling people like you, and you give them false information about their computer, which you probably don't know that because you've been told to give false information, and they fall for it, and actually there's no problem. It needs to be fixed. And when I say I have a clean virtual machine, that means a clean virtual machine could never be hacked. Because the simple fact, once I connected that Ethernet cord, I got that pop-up and called you immediately. That pop-up is made out of a Java.
See,
I know a
as
lot
far
about
as
computers.
as far as my as far as the knowledge is concerned, and I'm just as I told you, I'm just
Yeah.
only a technician, and who can recover it up, and who can do who can recover all these kind of errors and all,
I
and
understand.
can check it up what could be the source point, and all these things are what are about my level. And
Yeah.
if you do like to know about how does these types of errors, once it is present on the computer, it can disturb the communication to the server side, and why you receive that pop-up message on the machine, they can clearly explain to you. The network specialist teams they are much more further better than me, and then they can properly guide
Right,
you.
right. But I'm just telling you, your job is a scam. I don't think you understand it. I'm telling you, your job is a fake. I mean, when we call you, you're giving us false information. Do you understand that?
What full information do I give you, sir?
These errors. The false information you're giving me is these errors. They're common on every computer in this world. Whoever's got a computer's got errors. They're not going to harm your computer
For
whatsoever.
sure,
Yes, I'm sure. 100%.
for sure. Every computer they gonna be an error. It is just only a man-made machine. It depends on the user, how the user use. Suppose like if you are
False.
over on the internet, and if
That's
you
false.
happen to misclick some types of an advertisement link, and
not-
if the advertisement link it poses a Mhm.
Well, see that's what I'm saying. The error
it-
could come from that, but it's not going to cause any damage to the computer. Is what I'm getting at. That pop-up is made out of JavaScript. That's all it is. It's fake. And you guys come in here because it's easy to tell a person, okay, in Event Viewer, you got errors. You know it's there because every computer's got it. Now, I could have wiped this out, and you could have went in here and seen nothing. And then what would you say?
And
But I didn't do that.
if you
because I wanted to
can
see what
do,
you'd say.
it's up to you.
I'm just
If you
warning
can clean it up, then of course,
I'm warning
yeah,
you.
you can clean it up. And
I'm
what
telling
am
you
I
right
saying is that to avoid getting a pop-up message on the machine,
Mhm.
there is a network specialist team who can take care about all those kind of things on that situation. As I'm just only an technician who can recover it up and who can fix it up all this kind of error.
Maybe I
It's
can.
what I'm saying. You know what?
Maybe I'll explain it this way. Maybe you'll understand. That job you're doing, well, you'll end up in jail if you keep it up. Eventually, you'll end up in jail. If they catch you at it, you'll be in jail. Do you understand that?
I do understand. If you
I-
know how to
I-
clean it up and then do it by your own, and then you can save your $200. And then if you don't know that, and yes, I can fix it up all these types of an errors. However, if you can do it by yourself and then you can save it, your
I can fix it
$200.
myself.
And
But I-
about getting the pop-up message, is how it happened and how it is possible is that, and that on that part, I will assign a network specialist team is what I'm telling to you.
Right. But I can fix it myself. The reason why I called you is to waste your time so you're not scamming someone else and taking their money. Because when the call gets transferred to the other technician, all they're going to do is use free programs or programs that are outdated to fix your computer. Which it doesn't need to be fixed, is what I'm telling you.
There are lots of a technician, and I do understand. If you're a technician, I do understand too.
I'm trying to
And
save
of
you
course,
from going
these
to
things
jail.
are the way how people usually use to fix is some person or some technician. The way how they fix it, they just simply clear it up all these errors,
Yeah.
and by simply clearing it up all these errors, it doesn't mean that all the errors are get resolved.
Right.
It is not on that way.
Yeah.
And if you see the
Yeah.
details about it, and if you right click on it,
Mhm.
and you will get if you do like to cross check about each and every of the detail, and then you can clearly see about all the details it over here, and how to get fix it up all these errors is that in order to prevent from the further it happen again, what are the steps it is required is that we need to go through over on this process.
Mhm.
And it is not by just simply removing only the errors. By removing error, it doesn't mean that by just simply removing the error, it doesn't mean that all the errors and the warnings are get resolved. Of course,
Okay.
it is easy to remove it. However, the problem it will keep on still the same. But the thing is that the changes which gonna be made is that it's gonna be all these errors and a warning. It's gonna be not on your computer. That is just only the changes it's gonna make.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got what you're saying, but I don't think you're getting what I'm saying. Because if you did, you would understand that what you're saying is a lot of it's not true. I mean, it's not. And that's what I'm getting at. I'm not trying to be mean to you. I'm just telling you, if you don't stop what you're doing, you will go to jail eventually. I'm trying to save you from going to jail, is what I'm trying to do. Because I don't want to see you sitting in jail because your boss told you to do this. Because it's not right. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
see each and everything. And if you're a Microsoft technician, and then you can you can also clearly see about all the things which are the things which can be done, and then you
Mhm.
can also clearly see about all the things how it's gonna fix it up.
Yeah, but see, I'm a big fan of
And
Microsoft. Let me put it this way: Microsoft doesn't make that pop up. They have no affiliation to that pop up. And if you go on YouTube, there's a video online where the Windows Defender person who works for Windows Defender who works on it clearly states that it is a scam. Pretty much, you might as well say he said it, because he said that that's a way that you guys get money, or the way you guys can show that there is a problem on the computer when there's really not. And I don't think you get that. Yes, I know you're trying to tell me the errors need to be fixed. Yeah, I can fix it, but why fix it if it ain't broken? And clearly it's not broken, because you could use the computer, because you just used it.
right, right. You are right.
And I'm not trying
But
to be mean
my
to you. I'm
point,
trying to
my
save
point
your
of,
ass.
Mhm.
I'm trying.
My point of what I'm saying to you, trying to let you know is that this kind of an error, of
I
course,
know.
if you just simply remove it, uh,
Hmm.
and then it is easy to remove it without resolving all these and
Why would you want
errors
to
and all.
resolve it?
We can easily remove it.
Yeah, sometimes it could be a mess up on the update because your internet stopped. It caused that error. It's all
Right.
these errors are pity. They're minute. I mean, it could be an internet issue that caused that, and now it's fixed. I mean, I can
Right.
wipe all this out in the next few minutes, not have any for the next hour or so. Whatever pops up here it's really nothing. I mean, it's just a little bit of nothing. I mean, it ain't gonna do nothing to your computer. It don't harden your computer. It don't slow your computer down. And, I mean, I fix computers for a living. I think I know what EventView is all about, and I know what these errors are. I mean, it's everything you do. Even online, if the website don't come up right, it'll come up in here. I mean, it's errors.
I can clearly understand now the way how you fix the computer is that yes, this removing the errors, it is easy as you say by
Hmm.
just a single minute of a time, and I can just also remove it all these, make it clear and make it empty, and then it doesn't mean that all these errors are resolved. And how am I gonna do with that? All these errors, I'm gonna research it, and I'm gonna find it out what could be the source point, and according to the source point, what it is the necessary, and I will be doing that part. It is what the difference how I'm fixing and how you are fixing is the difference
Well, if you're going to do
on
all
that
that,
part.
then why are you charging 100 or $200 to do all that? That's 224 errors. That's going to take you longer than what you just said to fix all those.
See, some errors are the same number. If you check on the even ID and you are missing this part, once it doesn't mean that all the errors are the different. And if you check the even IDs, most of them are same, right?
Right,
And
I
a few
see
are
that, yeah.
different, right?
Yeah.
And to cross check about all this and the even IDs and all, and it might take a time to resolve it up
Right.
and to research it up.
Mhm.
So, and to research it up in the proper way, and as I said to you, I will be
Yeah.
taking at least a 60 to 90 minutes of time to recover it up, all these problems.
Right. I understand that. I'm not going to go through it. I know
And yes, as
it's a scam. I'm not
you
going
were
to
a
go through it.
technician as well.
Yeah.
You
That's
were a
why-
technician
that's why I'm
as well,
trying to-
yes.
that's why I'm
It
trying
is
to save your ass.
easy to remove it.
That's why I'm trying to save your ass.
It is
'cause I know
easy
what
to
I'm
remove
talking
it.
about. I call you guys to save your asses. So
It
you
is
don't go
easy to
jail.
remove.
That's what I'm getting at. I'm doing it for you, so you don't end up in jail because your boss told you to say this crap. I don't want to see you sitting in jail for somebody else's fucking mistake or his doing. He's telling you guys to do this crap, and it's not right. And you guys end up in jail while he's still sitting at home for money. You guys don't get paid that much. You guys are over
There
in
are
India somewhere.
different types of a technician.
You guys are over
There
in
are
India.
different types of a
Yes, but
technician.
you're still not getting paid. what
There
you're
are
supposed to.
different type of a technician. If you could listen, if you could give me a minute, let me tell you.
Okay,
There
go ahead.
are a different type of a technician,
Mhm.
and who usually say about all these types of an errors are the things which are needed to get fixed. Instead, yes. However, they just simply remove it all the errors and
Mhm.
say all the errors are clean. Once they clean it up, all this error message and all, they said it seems to be like a fix,
Yeah, right.
and
right.
it is not. It
Mhm.
is not. It is not fixed.
No.
And the way how the right technician will fix it up is that it gonna research it through about what could be the source point, and suppose like if it is on a referred to the ID, and
Yeah.
according to the ID, we are gonna update, or we are gonna, if it is a requirement of graphic drivers or something like
Mhm.
if it is in a website errors and all, and
Mhm.
we can cross check it. If it is a viewing of a third party websites and all, if on that case, and we can just remove it. And some types of an errors, it usually used to be on a types of an driver failures, or
Mhm.
a types of a system corruption, all those things which I will be doing. It's what
Right.
I'm saying.
Yeah, but I don't know about all that. I mean, I I'm just saying the pop up with why is your number on it if you're a legit company? Why is your number coming up on that pop up? Because if you search the pop up online, search about scam pop ups, they're gonna talk and they're gonna tell you how they fix it. I mean, it's on YouTube already. I mean, there's a bunch of videos about it. I mean, I understand you probably know what you're doing, and if you do, you should start your own company and get out of
Mhm.
this one. Because this one's going to lead you down a path you don't want to go. And I don't want to see you down that path. That's just who I am.
Regarding the
What?
pop-up, and
Go
it
ahead.
usually used to give a number,
Mhm.
and as according to the online technician whosoever certified by Microsoft, let's say, and if you are a technician, for sure
Mhm.
you might have been gone through to a different kind of fixation program under it might be in which type of an institution it might be. However, as according to me, as I'm out from a Microsoft, and the way how to get aware of all these kind of an errors is that it is not that by just simply removing it doesn't make resolve the system. However, if you keep on removing on that way, sooner or later on, suppose once the machines are present,
Mhm.
of course, I do understand, and the way how you said is that people usually used to say it can crash down the machine if we
Mhm.
don't recover it up. All this kind of an error. It is
Right.
not. It is. It will not crash down. It will not crash down at all. But
Yeah.
however, it can make corrupted all the system driver, and once the system drivers it get corrupted, day by day, the performance of the computer it may be slower and slower, and
Mhm.
sometimes it will be a kind of a situation which you can face is that if it is in a kernel driver issue, and then
Mhm.
the power consumption of the machine it will be much more higher than the machine
Mhm.
according to the times of a manufacturer, and
Mhm.
it is that is the difference. That's gonna be the different part.
Okay. Can you tell me how you guys get certified from Microsoft? How do you guys get certified? Do you,
uh we are on that institution back on the And once we pass out, and then we are qualified to fix it up all this, and then we are authorized to work on the Windows computer.
Do you guys go onto a website to get certified? Because I know Microsoft has a website you guys can get certified through them.
No, we don't usually deal about the websites and all. Once we are on the class, and then we don't use a website and all. We are on the school, and then we are on that institution, and then
Okay.
it is on a practically work. It's not on a types of an online where we are usually viewed by YouTube's or some kind of an false information which can given through online. It's not on that way.
Oh,
It is
okay,
a
okay.
professional who train us
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
and who teach us how to fix it up all these things, and who
If
the
you
best
know
way
that-
to clean it up all this kind of an error.
Mm-hmm.
It is also there are different ways. There are types of a different technician
yeah.
can do is that it can also easily be cleaned up by if you go through about all these things and all. And there is also a lot of things, and all these things types of a person they some kind of a how to say a scammer usually use about all these things and all. And all this information, what it means is that it is not on that way. The way how am I gonna fix is that all this an error according to the research I will be doing, and according to the machine needed. Sometimes the power supply or the main switch or the SMPS, it may the communication line it can be disturbance by a types of an kernel drivers and all. And to that very particular point of time, and what are the programs it is needed is what I will be doing it.
Okay.
And
Where
this
you
is how
guys-
we are fixing it up the computer. And this is the way how we are different with the on the other technician as well too.
Okay. Well, where you guys located? Can you tell me that, or not?
We are based in California.
No, you're not from California. Because the simple fact you don't sound like you're from.
Yes, I'm not
California.
from I'm not from California. I'm from India, and I'm working in California.
No, that's not true. You're working out of India somewhere. I don't know where, but you're working out of India.
Do I? Oh, God.
I just don't know where at. I mean, I'm just asking. I mean, it's going no farther than right here. So, I mean, I'm just an average technician that likes to work on computers. I'm just wondering where you're located.
We are, as I told you, if you know about California, and we are based in Canoga Park, and Canoga
No,
Park, and
That's not true.
my store number is
That's not true. Because we can look that up on the Google Maps, and we'll pinpoint where you're located by what you just said, and that's not right.
except
Because Microsoft
accept it or
has,
not, and then we
Microsoft
are.
has no technicians. in
What
that
am I
area.
saying is
That's
accept
I know
it
that.
or not.
I know.
I
know
am not an
Microsoft-
US
I know
person.
Microsoft has
I work in
technicians
US.
India. Huh?
Uh-huh.
What'd you say? I think you-
What am I saying is I am not an US citizen.
Yeah,
I
right,
work
know
in
that.
US, and
You're not-
I am
you're not
from
in the
India
US.
who
You're
work
not in
in
the
US
You're not
and
in the US.
who are
What?
currently sitting now in a California Canoga
You're
Park.
told to say that. You're not. You're not in the U.S. I mean, you're told to say that. And if you say the right thing, they're going to be right there on you. I know. I'm not stupid. I'm just asking where you're located. How hard
It
is
is your choice.
It is my choice.
It
yes.
is your
It,
it is your decision.
it is. But I want to know where you're actually located. Where that building's located. Why can't you tell me that?
As I said, where do you want me to locate?
You're in India somewhere right now. Where at in
Oh
India
my
are you
goodness.
at?
I am in California, Canoga Park.
No, you're not. If I run your IP address, which I
And
can,
where are you
because
calling
I can-
from? You are calling from France?
France?
No, you are calling from France.
No, I'm
You are
calling.
calling from France.
Okay, I'm calling from France. Now, where
No,
the
you
hell
are not calling from US.
Where are you calling from then?
And
You're not
if you're
calling
calling
from
from
the US.
France,
You're not calling from the U.S.
that is the way how you go.
Okay, I'm from France. I'll tell you where I'm at. I'm from France. Now, where in the heck are you located?
I am located in US, in
No, you're
Canoga Park.
not. Why can't you tell me you're in India? What's so hard about that? You got balls. Say it. Don't be afraid of your boss.
Once,
Don't be afraid of nobody in there.
if I am
You got balls.
if I
Use
am in
them.
Indian, what for sure I will say I have a ball and I have a dick, and I will say I am from Ind. I already clearly said that I am
Yeah,
from
I'm
Indian
asking where you're
and I
located.
work in US,
No, you don't.
and who are
Throw
sitting
some
at
balls and
this
say,
present
hey,
of
I work
time
in
in
India.
California, Manoga Park.
Okay, throw some balls and say you work in India, and here's where I work at. You can't do that because they tell you not to. I'm trying to protect you here, and you're giving me false information. I'm trying to protect you, and what are you doing? I mean, I can't help you because
Okay,
you
sir.
you won't let me help you.
It's
You
your
won't let me
choice,
help you.
and as far as
You
my
won't-
knowledge,
Hey,
and I'm
trying
sharing
to
to you
help
my
you.
knowledge, and
Don't
that's
you
all
get
from
that?
my side.
Don't you get that? I'm trying to help you. You don't get that.
That's all what I can, what all I can say to
No,
you
you
for
can
this
say
day,
more.
for
You're
today.
just afraid. I'm trying to protect you. Your boss is not
I
protecting
am not
you.
afraid.
You're afraid to tell me where you're located because your boss tells you not to. He's the one that's going to cut you. I'm not. I'm here to protect your ass. Your boss is there to make money off of you. You don't get paid enough. And I'm sick of it. Your boss is scamming your ass. And you're falling for it. All you have to do is tell me where you're located. I don't want to see you.
It's your own choice, sir. Where do you want me to locate? And
You're in India somewhere.
wherever you
I
say it,
don't know where
and
you're
it's
at.
your own. And
I'm trying to protect you, and you're giving me false information. You guys don't want help.
and
I guess.
as I already told you,
You don't want
and
help.
apart from that, what do you want me to say?
Where you're located, exactly where you're located, and you're not in the U.S. Why don't you tell me the truth? I'm here to protect you. I'm not like your boss.
Your
or your
feedback is
supervisor,
important to
whoever
us.
the fuck it is.
Please provide your rating for the following questions 1 to 5. 5 being the highest. Overall, how satisfied or dissatisfied are you with our company?
Fuck you! I'm not satisfied at all. I'm trying to help people in that fucking... I swear.
Overall, how would you rate the process for getting your problem resolved?
0!
If you needed to contact technical support again and were given the option to speak with the same technician again, would you trust this person to handle another issue for you?
No!
Thank you for taking the survey. Goodbye.
Well, I was on it for a while, and I couldn't get the information out. I mean, I thought I could because the way he was opening up a little bit, but I didn't get nothing. But if you lasted this long, thank you. I appreciate it. If you would, subscribe if you like. You don't have to. Hit the like button, please. I would appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.